Hey guys, I'm Fidel1258 here. Today I want to talk to you about Heloise the Hollow and the auction prices we've been seeing. So far I've been dialed in. I said we'd be over $1 million on this average sale price. And frankly, it's still early in the auction. We've only seen less than 10. Frankly, it's early in the auction. As we get past 20, 30, 50 units sold, it may be the case that the prices fall down because some of the buyers are disinterested. But I just don't know if I even believe that at this moment, because I do think we're seeing from these sale prices that there's a greater than expected interest, not just in terms of the impact that it's going to have, but also in the number of people that are actually concerned or willing to chase after it. We're talking about $1,200 worth of value, and yet every single day we've been seeing someone chase after it. So we're going to talk a bit more about that, price predictions as we go forward, and what are the gold foils going to go for. That's what we're talking about today. If that sounds interesting, stick around. Okay, let's get into it. I did say we would sell for over $1 million. I said the average price would be over $1 million DEC per regular foil unit, and I said that certain ones would go for more than that, like the number 1 unit, maybe number 10, some key numbers like that. Obviously, gold foils will go for even more. My vision will be that the first gold foil will sell between $5,000 and $10,000. Now, those are approximate prices because what I mean is between 5 million DEC and 10 million DEC. I actually think that's realistically possible for the first gold foil. There's only 5 of these. I've talked about the scarcity, and I'm not going to reopen that whole conversation. But suffice it to say, there are only, I think, 4 other cards in the entire game with the scarcity of this card. Very, very quickly, the only cards with similar scarcity include Archmage Arius, Prince Julian, Mighty Draken, and Shinlo. No other cards in the game are anywhere close. And with 95 regular foil units and 5 gold foil units, this card is insanely rare and super desirous. It's hugely impactful. It's very collectible, and they're numbered too, by the way, and that matters. Some people are going to want their lucky number. Plus, we've got a bull market moment happening, which is definitely driving some of the interest and concern, or creating an extra amount of liquidity sloshing around in people's wallets that allow people to chase after this. All that to say, the first gold foil, which is selling on November 26th, starting at 5 a.m. So that's 12 days from today. That card, in my mind, is coming at the very perfect moment where SPS price is increasing. It's up, I think, 100% in the last 60 or 90 days. Then Bitcoin is shooting to the moon and beyond. And we've got altcoins running too. Plus, the scarcity is there. The amazing power impact of the card is there. I really believe 5 million is like the floor for that thing. And I think as we look at the data more recently on the sales of the cards, as we look at past winners, I think people are starting to realize and agree with that. Like we saw on day 1, Housewife bought for 1.347. Day 2, Vet got for just over $1 million. Vipers got one on day 3 for 1.1 million on day 4, 1.35, 1.38, 1.35. The point being, I think some people are starting to regret not buying earlier. I think some people are seeing, they were wondering if maybe the interest would putter out at day 3 or 5. But here we are at 6 sales down and 1 more about to end. And that one that's about to end is at 1.4 to be on as well. And so things are not slowing down. Seemingly people are ready to go, and they're still dialed in, and they want more. And by the way, I saw some of the interested parties who've already participated going for round 2. I saw on day 2 or 3, I saw Housewife bidding 1.2 or 1.3 million on a second copy for their account. And so it's not just the case that certain buyers are going to be interested for 1, but will they want to buy 2? All of that really comes from the scarcity, the card's utility, as well as the bull market moment that we're in. And so I'm convinced we are going to land in that ballpark that I previously suggested, maybe even better. I said we would get something like 120 million DEC out of this sale, meaning 1 million DEC per regular and somewhere between 5 and 10 per gold foil. That's what I said on X when it was, I think Splinterlands, the team dropped a question, and that was their second suggestion in terms of price point. I could see the gold foils being way more than that, but I think conservatively people will say 5 million DEC to possibly 10. I'm kind of thinking 7 is where I'm kind of expecting it. But just to give some frame of reference, when you look at the gold foils that are in that scarcity level, like Prince Julian, one sold for $2,000, or Archimagarius, one sold for $2,000. We're not talking about like $2,000 would be in the neighborhood of 3 million DC, and that didn't sell recently. And so the point is, in this moment, are these numbers ludicrous for this sort of scarcity and these sorts of impacts? And Heloise, by the way, also fights in modern, which distinguishes it from these that are being displayed now. And so I really believe 5 million DEC is the price tag, and I really think I was right when I said 120 million that'll be took in from the sale. But time will tell, and maybe things do putter out, because certainly as some of the buyers get satisfied, there will be less demand. But will new buyers raise up as crypto bull market continues, and some people who would have been on the outs yesterday become on the in because of pumping prices today? I'm certainly happy to see my coins going. And are you seeing the same thing with green candles? Probably, because a lot of people are. So that's what I think about Heloise the Holo. That's what I think about this amazing auction. And the price, the timing of this couldn't have been better. This is going to drive eyeballs. This is going to drive excitement. And I love it. The team struck a huge home run with this one. Kudos to them. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Have an amazing day. God bless.